All right, so I am on my way to get my blood work done for my surgery. My pre-op appointment is in a couple of days. It's on Thursday. And I don't remember the fucking letters for what I'm having, like what tests they're doing for my blood. I don't know if it's important to anybody or not, if anybody wants to know. Okay, it's a basic metabolic panel, so a BMC, and then this says CBH, but I feel like I remember her telling me different letters, which says hemogram pre-surgical testing. So a basic metabolic panel, and a CBC. So I'm a little nervous that this won't be covered by my insurance. I've been watching a lot of videos and stuff lately of women who are post-op from their tummy tucks and arm lifts, and a lot of them are saying that they had to pay, roughly $1,000 over the cost of their surgery for things like this that their insurance didn't cover, for probably, I think, garments, prescriptions, things like that. So I'm hoping I can get away with my insurance paying it and not asking too many questions about it, but I have a feeling that that's probably not going to be the case. Another issue that we are having is getting a loan, and it's not getting a loan, it's getting the terms that we want. So I am kind of comfortable around $400 a month payment, and I was hoping for like a 5% interest, and we're getting also, I'm perfectly comfortable with an extended loan, so 60 months or 5 years, but I'm comfortable doing, an 84-month, 7-year loan if it'll help drop the payments down. Because I plan on paying over the amount of the payment and paying the loan off early. But all the quotes that we're getting are coming back. A lot of places aren't doing over 5 years. The amount of money that I'm trying to borrow is coming out to be around $500 a month. A lot of them are 16% interest, which Brett, my husband, and I both, when I bought my car, is the last time I think we bought anything, and both of us had 800 credit scores. So I'm a little confused as to why our interest rate is so high. That's not making any sense to me, but the deal is I have to have the loan so that when I go to my pre-op appointment on Thursday, I can pay the doctor in full. So, we're really, really cutting it close. And it's just making me really nervous, because if I, for some reason, I've already paid $1,000 to schedule the surgery and get that booked, and they unfortunately didn't have any openings until mid-August, which doesn't really work for me. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I have 2 boys, and my youngest is actually starting preschool this year, so I'll have 2 kids that I have to drop off at school and pick up from school. But being that my youngest is in preschool, he will only be going 3 days a week, and he gets out in the middle of the day. It's not a full day of school. So after you have your surgery, you can't drive for 2 weeks. So I needed to have the surgery scheduled at least 2 weeks prior to the start of school so that I would be able to drive my kids to school and pick them up from school. And I mean, I'm sure that we could have, grandma and grandpa go and get them, but that's a lot to ask somebody, especially when it's 2 separate kids at 2 separate schools. I'd rather do it myself. So the other option at that point then would be to schedule the surgery for December, Christmas break. And that would be what I would end up having to do, which would make for a really shitty Christmas. But they ended up being able to, I'm not sure if they moved some things around or what the case may be, but the lady from the doctor's office called me back with the date of July 7th, which is perfect. That's about a month before school starts. The only issue with that now is that it's so soon. That gave us like 2 to 3 weeks at that point to secure a loan and come up with the money. And now, like I said, we've gotten a lot of offers, but they're just for so much more than I'm really comfortable with. I don't want to, be strapped down so tightly every month that I can't afford a payment. Worst case scenario. And then come tax return time, probably put $1,000 down on the loan and do that every year just to try and get it paid off. But I'm just really nervous. I'm really nervous about a lot of the videos I've seen. My surgery also, I'm having my arms and my tummy done at the same time. So I'm also nervous about just being able to get myself up off the couch or up off the toilet, not being able to use my core at all, but then also not being able to really use my arms. So I'm a little bit nervous about that. I prefer to have them both done at the same time. I don't want to schedule 2 different surgeries 6 months apart and have to go through the same thing all over again. So I definitely prefer just a one and done, getting it all over with. My husband's going to take some time off of work to be home with me and be able to get me what I need and help me up and down. And I've had 2 C-sections. I know a lot of people say it's very similar to that. So I'm just kind of going with that. I know that I've heard the pain is a little bit stronger because of the muscle repair. Just from an examination, the doctor said that he thinks I have about a 4.5 centimeter gap, which I feel like is about 2 to 3 inches between my abdominal muscles. So I feel like I'm most looking forward to getting that repaired. I think it's just gonna, I have a lot of stomach aches, and I think that if I had that core strength where I didn't always feel like my organs were bulging out, I think that would help me feel a lot better. So I'm most looking forward to that, and that's actually the most painful part of the surgery. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm really not having much trouble staying positive about it. There's times here and there where I get kind of scared or, just depressed. This isn't going to happen. Everything isn't going to work out the way I want it to work out. And, I strongly believe that everything happens for a reason. What's meant to be will be. And so I kind of just keep that mindset and go with the flow. And that's all I really can do. I don't see any point in just stressing out and panicking and getting upset. That's not going to do anything for anybody. It's not going to help anybody. It's certainly not going to help me, my family, my children. So I'm just trying to remain positive and hope that everything works out. But yeah, overall, I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm incredibly excited about it, and I'm shopping. Shopping has been a much better experience since I've lost weight, but I still do have the issues, especially with my arms in particular, about anything that's like long sleeved, and everything that I buy pretty much has to be stretchy. Otherwise it's just not really doable, especially in the arm area, jackets and things like that. I want to feel like I've lost over 100 pounds. I want to look in the mirror and not still think that I look fat, that I don't like my body. I don't like the way my body looks. I shouldn't feel that way after having lost 100 pounds. And for the most part, I'm extremely proud of myself, but I still feel like I should definitely look better than this, and it's just not something that I can have any control over at this point. Like I need to have surgery to have the loose skin removed so that I don't have like a wrinkly, saggy stomach and just flappy bingo wings, as my nephew called them. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm pulling into the parking lot of the place where I'm going to get my blood drawn, and then I have a dentist appointment after that to get my teeth cleaned. So fun, exciting afternoon.